Well, I do apologize for that. Someone rang my phone, and I was wondering if I didn't answer it, what would happen. And the answer is, if someone phones, it switches off your video. So that's unfortunate, but where were we? Sorry about that. So we're just doing circles. So we're doing opposite that, and these ones we're filling in with black. So it's as simple as that. So it's opposite, but it's got a completely different effect, and it looks really nice, doesn't it? For something so simple. It look lovely. So it's beginning to take effect, and it's beautiful feeling already. Try not to rush, as I just did then, because you usually make a mistake. But in saying that, you can make a mistake anytime you like, and it doesn't really, really matter. So doesn't that look gorgeous? So that's the same as that, more or less, but it's got such a different effect. Doesn't that look fabulous? Yes, I really, really like it. I really, really do. What I'm going to do here, now I don't normally think about it. I just do whatever it feels like at the time. If you've watched any of my other videos. Then fill in the background. Look what's happening here. I'm trying to see that I'm not blocking anything as I'm videoing it. I might put that there. Pull that in. Just need to lean on here because it's a little bit hot. I don't want to smudge any of the work. Not looking good, guys. Very happy the way this is turning out. I'm sure whatever you've chosen to do as well is turning out. And of course, when you're doing these, you have the choice of either filling in the background or filling in the foreground, which will give it a different effect. So you've got two patterns and you haven't even thought about it. And that one there. And you look back and admire your work and look at that. Doesn't that look lovely? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Now we've got to decide what else to do. So what I think I might do, get some straight lines going here. I don't need the ruler for this. Just do a line. I think I'm going to do 2 of those. And then you're just going to take those hard edges, as we've done in so many, just round all the edges off like that. Just so that there are no sharp edges. You're just rounding the edges and filling in that background there. This pen's bleeding a bit into the paper. Unfortunate. Just fill in the background. Unfortunately, this pen is bleeding into the page. That's not what I want. I might take one of my other pens here and see if that is any kinder to the paper. Yes, it is. Slightly more, slightly better. Try not to rush. If you take each pattern, fix each pattern up as you go, it's not so overwhelming in the end. Just go round and round and round and round and fix up anything that you think could look a little bit better. The only difference between this pen is that it's not quite as black as the other one, which, although it doesn't really matter, but in some light you can see it. And because I know, I can see it. It still looks good. What do you think, guys? It still looks good, doesn't it? Yeah. Mm. As you can see, you can always fill in and fix anything that's gone wrong when you're doing it. But that gives it rather a nice effect. So this one down here, we're going to do all with this pen. So hopefully it just gets a little bit better effect. So we're smoothing the edges. And then filling in the negative space. You don't have to fill in the negative space. That's just a choice you make towards the end. I have left a work here with just that, but it was a better paper and had a better effect. But it still looked fantastic with those lines. But for this project, we're going to fill in the negative spaces here. So I'll first fill in the negative spaces, then I'll fix all the lines, go round and round and fix every line. I'm going to go round and round and round, fixing the edges. Anything that's not pleasing to my eye, I go over it at this time. And I just go round and round. Oops. Rats. Not to worry. Just leave it there. One little spot. If it was white paper, you could put a white spot of paint over that, but this is not white, so that's not possible to fix that up. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I'm going to lean on this. Doesn't it look great, guys? I love that effect. That's nice to do that type of thing on a plain piece of paper. We've done those before, quite a few of them. I will do another one, well, another few before I'm done. As you can imagine, that's what I do, and that's what I love doing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do some more of those three. I'm going to do them there. So let's do just the white circles first. Now remember, those are, you do your circle, and then the next circle you do touch the circle. It's tempting to rush when you get to the edge, and you know you're on the home stretch. Try not to rush at this point. Because it's easy to make a mistake. I mean, you can fix a mistake, I always say that. But it's better not to irritate yourself. And then we're going to fill in all the negative spaces here. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to fill in the negative spaces, and then I'll go in and fix the circles up. I don't know why the circles go all funny when I fill in the background, but what can you do? You're not perfect, and life isn't perfect. So, and this is handmade. So it's always better handmade than if it isn't perfect. Look nice. Always love the feel of this. Now I'm just going to fix the circles up. Goodness me. Come on, Esther. Don't rush. And we're going to do the opposite here. And now these circles, so those touched and these ones don't. So you do separate circles. Because these are going to be filled in. Don't rush, Esther, because then your circles aren't perfect. In case none of you knew, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. Not in all things, but in most things. I mean, just for me, I don't care what other people do. They don't have to be perfectionists. But if I do something, it needs to be as perfect as I can make it. Otherwise, I'm just not satisfied. And this year, I volunteer in school at a school art room, which I've been doing for years. Years 5 and 6. And it's 4 classes back to back. And they've all got projects to do. But once a year, the school or the teacher, Karen, what a lovely lady, she's an art specialist, and she organizes a workshop day for the volunteers. This year it was making earrings out of clay, the air dry clay, I think it is. But you bake it, so I don't know if it's all air dry, but it's clay that you bake, so there's different colors. And oh my God, what a mess! What a mess I made! What I mean, actually, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how bad it is. Look at this. It turned out so bad. And then there was another one. Oops, wrong box. I'll show you what it looks like. So bad. And all the other girls were making these beautiful little reindeers and stars and stripes and all sorts of beautiful little things. And this was my pathetic effort. My earrings. So you mix the clay, it's soft, and you mix it and then do all sorts. It had another thing at the end which I cut off. It's just so bad. What it looks like, oh my God. So, and even when I was doing it, I thought, no, I'm not enjoying this at all, this tiny little, and it's strange because I like doing this, but this, it just irritated me doing it. So that's my pathetic attempt at making earrings out of clay. Oh, God. Oh, and some of them had beautiful, like reindeer with red noses and really beautiful earrings. They really went to town. And here I am I'm not enjoying it at all. I'm trying hard to think of it. A lot of people, I was too busy, but a lot of people had opened Pinterest. Yeah, that's got lovely stuff in. Evidently, they looked it up, earrings, and so they knew what they were going to be doing. And a lot of them had a plan of what they were going to do. I went in there thinking, oh, God, what am I going to do? Had no plan at all. And you can see I had no plan because it was just pathetic. And I had a few comments, oh, there's a nice. And when you know damn well it's rubbish what you're doing, but they were too sweet to say anything. Oh, Esther, those are nice. It's very pretty. Meanwhile, thinking, oh my God, that looks bloody pathetic, woman. They were all expecting big things from me, but they got nothing. Absolutely nothing. So anyway, that was this year's. Last year we made a bowl out of felt. I think I'll show that on one of the other videos when I'm doing it. And I really enjoyed doing that. It was hands-on, getting your hands in there, mucking about. Oh, we've done clay. I did a clay face. It's so frightening that I had it in my garage on a shelf, and I drove in, and my grandson asked me to turn it round so that the back was facing the wall, and he couldn't see it because he was too frightened of the face. So, and I enjoyed doing that. But yeah, he was too frightened to look at it. So, isn't that sweet? Okay, right now, my new favorite, which I really enjoy doing. So, that's what we're going to do. I'm spreading this line out this time a little bit. It gives it a really nice effect, you'll see. And you do your lines the other way. I'm going to start spreading it out as well. You're going to fill in the, pardon me, the alternative squares. I'm going to try putting my light on the other side. I can't do it now because it's a bit of a contraption to move, so that you don't get a shadow over my hand. So you're filling in each alternative square. It gives it really a nice effect in the end. I was saying in one of my other videos, I can imagine this on a large scale. I'm talking about a large scale. Let's say the size of this mat, which is 23 by 17 inches. I think it would look beautiful. Be time consuming. Wow, it would take a long time. But it would look spectacular. It's the kind of thing you can hang on the wall. You've got to put a chair quite close so that you can admire your work constantly. Because each time you look at it, you'll notice something else. I did a painting for a friend of mine who was getting married. And it was a rose, huge, huge rose. She loved it. And those were the days where I did flowers. She loved it, and she said every time she looked at it, and she used to sit and smoke and look at the painting, she noticed something else, a shadow here, a line there. And that is a great compliment to give an artist. Any artist would love to hear that. All artists like compliments, and I'm no exception. Criticism is not my thing. I can't take that. Some people can take criticism, constructive criticism, but I think it's just rude for someone to criticize another person's work. A critique is something else than criticism. It's the same thing as if you've got long hair and you have it cut short. You go at someone and somewhere, and someone says to you, "Ah, you've had your hair cut." I say, "Yeah, I preferred it long." Now, that's a crappy thing to say, because there's stuff all the person can do about having her hair cut. It's still cut. but you preferred it long. It's the same thing with the painting. You criticize a painting that's been done and is hanging up. Oh, what is that? What can you explain? Well, what does that mean? Like, it doesn't have to mean anything. A painting doesn't have to mean anything. If the artist wishes to say, well, this meant that, then you've got an explanation. But you don't have to ask what the meaning is, because it had meaning to the artist. You don't have to know what it means. It doesn't matter what it means. It meant something to the artist and whoever they painted it with for, if they painted it for anyone. So you don't have to know what it means. It's an insult to ask what it means, unless they tell you what the meaning of it. And sometimes those meanings are just crap. You know, you'll have seen a lot of people giving the meaning of something, and you think, God, what a load of rubbish. You get a lot of that. I went to a uni in UNISA in Pretoria in South Africa. History of art, and two-dimensional, three-dimensional art, fine art degree, which I didn't finish because moved countries and that was not available. But for the years that I did go there, some of the explanations on works were so ridiculously stupid. I got off the subject again. Isn't that looking fantastic? That looks really lovely. Now, we've got to fill in these, and I think I'm going to do the same as I did there. Or not. I've just decided it's not going to be. It's going to be something else. So you can just change your mind. Do what you want. It's your work. Do exactly what you feel like doing at the time that you do it. And then fill in the negative spaces. And whatever you decide to do is going to look fantastic anyway. I guarantee if you do one of these, you will love it. And hopefully you'll want to do more because it's so relaxing, slows my mind down, and it's very enjoyable to do. Look at that. And then I'll do the same thing here. Fill in the negative spaces, background. Look at that. And the same as we did here, we can do the same thing here. Let's fill that in. And do the same thing here. No. I think I might just let's try this. If it doesn't work, you can just fill it in black. See how that looks. Yeah, it's okay. So what do you think, guys? I hope you've enjoyed doing this with me. Oh, there's a space that I hadn't noticed. So we'll do exactly the same thing. I'll fill in that edge there. And it can just be that. Doesn't that look fantastic? Guys, I hope you really enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed doing it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that in there. Give it away as a present. Wouldn't it be nice to get your nice 2024 diary, open it, and someone has done a bit of art inside. Isn't that beautiful? And I hope yours is beautiful too. I'm sure it is. It always is. Please don't lose faith. Just do it because you will love it. Thank you so much for watching. That's done. That there. Thanks, guys. It's lovely to spend time with you. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm actually going to do another one today, probably another 2. But for this particular project, this is the end of that project. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.